3 on Miami. Both teams with 3 timeouts left. Louisville with a couple of players in foul trouble. Miller, Dean, and Padgett all with 4. Padgett.
And see how long Rick Pitino can go with Taekwon Dean sitting over on the bench with 4 fouls. How far he wants to nurse this game.
The little flip shot won't go down for Terrence Williams.
Flowers will check in.
Take a look at Gray banging down low.
And he couldn't handle that rebound. Butch with it. Jump hook, good. Brian Butch's first basket. He's averaging about 12 points a ball game.
Well, we knew we were going to see a lot of this, these big guys inside, but that's something Brian Butch is really going to have to do more and more. He's used that size to get that hook shot off. That's more of an Aaron Gray type move. Brian Butch would like to face up from the outside.
Kendall looks inside, goes back to Ramon. Almost 4 minutes gone. Krauser, a runner, bends out. Rebounded, brought down by Chappell. Here's Taylor on the move now. Panthers are 3 for 6 shooting. The Badgers 2 for 3 in the first 4 minutes. Another 3 by Taylor. That's too strong, and Kendall in right position for the rebound. Back comes Ronald Ramon. Kendall has 1 3. Can't hit on that one. DeGroat tried to keep it alive, but it's saved and brought out of there by Michael Flowers. Flowers, a terrific defensive player, has 19 steals already.
Well, he really is, and we're going to see a lot of great defense out of you tonight, both individual and team defense.
These two teams really are mirror images of each other.
They are. They like to play half-court offense and defense. They do it very well.
And that dead ball will take us to our first timeout. The early lead by 3 to
even if it's outside the three-point land.
Cameron Taylor handles. Chappell to Butch, baseline. Tucker up and in. He took a blow to the face, obviously, and that's the reason he wears the mask. That's his first basket, too.
That's right. That's a nice set play right there out of the timeout. You see a nice rotation. Tucker just leveraging for position the whole time and able to go up with it.
Biggest lead so far by either team. A 7-0 run, has a 5-point lead working right now. And he put the feet down before the ball. So Sam Young, the freshman who played terrific against South Carolina, Pittsburgh's first real road game of the season, in a victory for them, made them 10-0. You'll see a lot of playing time as he comes off the bench. Also set to check in is Levance Field. That's Butch outside. As you mentioned, he's got 6 3-pointers. There's a steal, a bad pass. Ronald Ramon has some help trailing the play, lays it off to Krauser, a blocking foul. Well, the foul will go on Taylor.
Well, Brian Butch hesitated. I actually think he might have had 2 chances to take a 3 early on in this possession. Instead, he passes them up and tried to drive and kick back. And a nice steal right there by Ramon. And then just a little bit late sliding over for Cameron Taylor of Wisconsin, and Krauser gets to go to the line for a couple free ones.
Krauser, the redshirt senior from the Bronx, gets his first point of the evening. Panthers cut into that 5-point lead. Checking in is Greg Steamsma. He is a 6'11" guy, and he'll probably stay inside. He's not going to wander too far, is he?
Exactly. No, this is going to be very much a mirror for Aaron Gray to see himself and how he plays. Steamsma, very good inside. It attacks. He really is a presence when opponents are driving in the lane. He leads the team or tied for the team leading blocks.
Well, Brian Butch is going to sit down for the first time as Marcus Landry, one of the freshmen, and they've got a ton of young players on this team. 11 freshmen and sophomores. They have really had to rebuild because that outstanding crew that they had is gone. Of course, the crew that was led by the terrific play over the years of Mike Wilkinson.
Yeah, Mike Wilkinson really did a good job, and you can see some of that leadership that he left behind here in this Wisconsin team. A very poised team, much like Mike was.
Traveling violation, 3rd turnover by Wisconsin, sends it back the other way. Badgers lead by 4, 10-6. We played just over 5 minutes. What great success he had over the years. University of Wisconsin Platteville and also University of Wisconsin Milwaukee.
One of the all-time leading winningest coaches right now, active coaches. Certainly has quite a resume to his name.
Krauser, a runner, good. That's the first basket for Pittsburgh in almost 4 minutes. First field goal tonight for Carl Krauser. 2-point ball game. The only loss for the Badgers of Wisconsin was in the ACC Big Ten Challenge. They lost at Wake Forest, a ranked team. That three-pointer is too strong. Ripping down and racing back with the rebound is Benjamin. Pulls up for the foul line jumper, bending off, tipped away, and scramble under the basket, right into the hands of Tucker. Numbers not there for Orlando Tucker, so he resets to Taylor. They're very patient. Shot clock at 13 as the shot is too strong. Goes right into the hands of Levance Fields.
What a solid job by Pittsburgh there on defense, of just staying true to their fundamentals. The entire possession was able to keep Wisconsin from scoring. That's a good job, and that's something they have to do every time throughout all 40 minutes.
Krauser inside off the Young feed. Now Young starts to move down the lane. Gray along the baseline, no place to go, and they have to start over with 15 on the shot clock.
Well, we're going to see a lot of this. A lot of resets, nothing there. Pull it back out and try to reset the offense.
That's because both these teams play great defense. The shot clock now, a problem. They're going to have to get it off. Young, baseline runner, too strong. Offensive foul. Sam Young coming off that career-high 16-point game at South Carolina, and he turns it back the other way with an offensive foul.
See him trying, Sam Young trying to get into the flow of this game. Obviously, coming off that 16.7 rebounds performance at South Carolina, looking to build on that.
Landry has it. He's being covered by Sam Young, the freshman.
Looks like Wisconsin trying to work the ball into Tucker inside. I think they like their matchup right now.
That's Tucker outside for three, and he comes up short. Fields to Benjamin. Behind the back, in the lane. Still has it, puts it up and in. Well, he had a tough time hanging on to it, but he got it to go.
Yeah, all those hours in the weight room paid off right there. Strong finish.
We are tied at 10. Almost stolen and a foul. The second on Sam Young, the freshman from Clinton, Maryland. Let's take a look at some other scores on this New Year's Eve, the final day of college basketball for 2005. Duke, #1, rolled over NC Greensboro. Reddick with 35. It was Villanova whipping up on Temple in the Big Five. Arizona in 2 overtimes outlast #7 Washington. That's a big win for the Wildcats.
That's right.
Michigan State, #9. We'll talk more about Michigan State at halftime. And Louisville in the Orange Bowl Classic defeats Miami, a former member of the Big East. And Boston College, a winner over Rhode Island. Loose ball inside. Brought down that time by Terrell Biggs. This is Krauser again. Krauser won't sit very often. He penetrates, scoops, and scores. Well, how about that move?
Well, he's just so good at getting inside. He's got the confidence and that savvy, knowing how he can get the ball up, even when there's big 7-footers down low.
And the foul's going to go against Pitt. It goes on #5, Terrell Biggs. We have a timeout with 11:31 to play. Pittsburgh by 2. The half is over. We'll see.
Many of those 5 for Pittsburgh. Great ticky-tack fouls, stuff they could have done without. Not aggressive fouls, just silly ones.
4th turnover by the Badgers. Panthers have it. This is Graves. Looks to Fields. Now to Grote, who was out early. He did not play very much in the South Carolina game. They took him out quickly. He didn't come back. Fields passes on the 3. Grote will shoot a 3 and hit it. So John DeGroat, the senior, a junior college transfer in his 2nd year here, makes it a 5-point Panther lead, their biggest.
He got the early hook in the South Carolina game, only got 2 minutes, and then didn't see the court again. And right now, looks like he wants to stay out there. Nice shot.
Foul underneath, the reach-in foul. And that goes in Antonio Graves. So the Panther run is now at 10-0 against Wisconsin.
You know, one of the things about DeGroat, I think, is when he gets started early and stays hot, he really gets into the ball game. But if he doesn't, he kind of takes himself out of it. A good sign for Pittsburgh that he made that 3.
Well, obviously his coach doesn't like him when he doesn't start well. Takes him out and didn't put him back in. There's the 3. And that's too strong. I think that Brian Butch hurried that shot that time.
He certainly did.
Didn't really get himself set. Fields gives it back up to Graves. Now Fields will try a 3, and he spins it in. He is 11 for 19 in 3-pointers, and the Panthers have a 13-0 run working right now against Wisconsin.
can see the momentum right now carrying Pittsburgh on defense as well.
Tucker was challenged and fouled by Antonio Graves. 6 different Panthers have scored in the game. 4 of the 5 starters have done the scoring for Wisconsin. But right now it's Pittsburgh leading by 8.
It's one of the things Orlando Tucker does so well for Wisconsin is using his body to create good passing lanes. By the time he got that ball, he was right at the hoop.
And you saw how he was able to hang in the air long enough to draw the foul, but they say he has struggled somewhat shooting the free throws, and some people were wondering if it might not be that mask.
There was a lot of buzz about his free throw shooting, but he's always kind of been a streaky shooter. He's had games where he's made 13 in a row, but he had a portion of this non-conference schedule for Wisconsin where he was having trouble from the free throw line.
But still shooting just over 50% on the year, so that's not very good for a scorer. He hits 2 here, has 4 in the game. Tucker the leading scorer at 17.5 points a game. And he ends that 13-0 Pittsburgh run. Kendall looks backdoor, nothing there. Fields passes on the 3. What a pass to Kendall on a foul. Chappell will pick up the foul. That's a great, great pass.
Oh, what a look by Fields. And Kendall, a great job of cutting to the basket, but in the end, it's that point guard. Has to be able to get on the ball left-handed. Just a great wraparound pass right there. Set up that entire play. And now Kendall's going to get to go to the line for another one.
He has a 3-pointer and looking for a 3-point play. He converts. So 6 early points for Kendall leads the scoring. The Panthers have a 9-point lead. Their largest. This is Taylor. It was a dead ringer for Chris Rock. Butch looked inside, nothing there. That's that Panther defense. So he decides to take it inside, has it knocked away. They turn it over. 5 turnovers. Fake, left hand, but no basket. It's a beautiful move. He's taking 1 less step.
Yeah, on the playgrounds, they don't call that. They're going to have to call it right now. You take a look at just one of the many tricks Kyle Krauser has.
That was pretty close, actually.
It was close. Interesting enough, Tucker didn't really bite on the fake, but Krauser still was able to put it up with his left hand over Orlando Tucker.
9.5 to play in the opening half.
I tell you what, John, does it feel like a conference game to you? I mean,
yes, it does.
All the makings of a Big East or a Big Ten game.
Well, as you said, the fun is over for these teams. Conference play begins next week. That is going to be a foul, and it's going to be a 2-shot foul. The foul will go on Levon Kendall. He'll pick up number 2. That's already 18 fouls on the University of Pittsburgh, only 2 against the Badgers. Orlando Tucker, a guy who is a redshirt junior because he was hurt early in the season 2 years ago and took a medical redshirt.
To think Tucker's going to be around for 1 more year for Wisconsin. I think folks in the Big Ten are already sick of him. He's done so much for Wisconsin. He's such a great player, and he's got another year on top of this one to go.
It's just like people in the Big East being sick of Carl Krauser, who's now a 5th-year senior. They thought he was going to go to the NBA, but no, he's back.
Yep. Anytime you have a player at a young age in a freshman or sophomore year that makes a name for themselves, and then they take a redshirt season, boy, you just think you're never going to get rid of it.
That's right. They've played forever. 9 minutes to go in the half. Been a good one so far. Krauser looking backdoor to Kendall. This time it's shut off, and he comes back outside. Rebound by Taylor. Spins away that time from Aaron Gray underneath. Brings it back. Steemsma almost lost it. Tucker saves it. Gets in traffic. That basket is good by Greg Steemsma, a sophomore from Randolph, Wisconsin. That's pretty much a homegrown team. 9 of their players are from the state of Wisconsin.
Yes, it is. You see Wisconsin right now going big.
Oh, he missed the dead straight layup and then made a foul.
How about that?
Oh, that's costly, isn't it?
Certainly is on Gray.
That's his first foul. It's also number 9 on Pitt here in the first half. Checking back in is Michael Flower. Going to the bench is Ray Nixon. You look at these 2 rosters, you've got like 28 to 30 players, and there's a grand total of 3 seniors.
Isn't that something? And such great teams, too. I mean, the few seniors that they are, these teams don't play like they're very young. Very experienced and poised team.
Steemsma to the line. Sam Young, the freshman, has returned for Pittsburgh. He wants the rebound. It's going to be great.
You get one for that? I think 3 bounces, no rebound.
8 minutes left in the opening half. Panthers' biggest lead has been 9. Badgers had a 5-point lead early on. Gray spins inside, and he's fouled before the shot. And that's what we'll see. I mean, you've got the other big guy. Stevenson can give up some fouls in there if he has to.
Yeah, he certainly can. That's the advantage for Wisconsin, is having 2 of those big guys down low. Right there with Greg Stevenson, he's got his hands down by his waist, sort of like a pushing foul. It's going to get called every time.
There's Krauser at the baseline. Throws it away. Racing back the other way is Flowers. Finds Tucker, and he's fouled from behind by Gray.
Well, that's why that silly one that he just picked up after the bunny really hurts for Pittsburgh, is you waste one that you didn't need, and now you give up that.
And that is the 4th Panther with 2 fouls here in the first half. So it's been a foul-prone first half for Pitt. And for Pittsburgh, right here in this building, it'll be Notre Dame. Tucker spent a lot of time at the line. That's because the Panthers have already made 10 fouls. And that's 5 straight converted. As you talked about, he can go on a roll, and so far tonight he is. 5 of his 7 points have come from the free throw line, and he bends in another.
One of the trademarks of this Wisconsin team, and it's something they've done year in and year out, is they make more free throws than their opponents even attempt, and it still is holding true this year, where they have continued to do that.
This is Young, the freshman. Here's to Krauser, fights his way down the lane and has it rejected. That'll be goaltending, and Krauser will have his 7th point.
Well, there you see Steamsman inside. That's what he does. He gets up and blocks those shots, but Krauser took it right at him and got the fortunate call there. The goaltending, I think it was a good call. It was right at its peak. It's sort of a judgment call, but I think it was the right one.
DeGroat back to the bench for the Panthers. Checking back in is Keith Benjamin for Pittsburgh. Panthers lead by 5. They've been up by as many as 9. There's a dump down and a foul call. 3-second violation. Now, that's something you don't see very often. And early on, the other violation we've seen a lot of that we expected to, because it's the point of emphasis, is palming the ball.
Yep, that's very, very true. I mean, 3 seconds, you rarely see it, but what they got Tucker on was trying to get that pass, the lob pass, and create position. Just wasn't able to do it quick enough.
7:20 to play. We're in the first half. 23-18. The way these teams play defense, I don't think we're going to expect the game to be played in the 80s tonight. Krauser pulls up for a jumper and buries it. Tough shot for the redshirt senior, but he hits it. 9 points for Krauser. This is Tucker. Panthers now in a zone. But actually, they're just switching off out in front. And that's what they worked on in practice today.
There's so many different matchups Wisconsin will throw at you when you get your 7-footer out there handling the ball. It's very difficult with all the screens, and a good job by Pittsburgh right now of communicating and staying active.
And Tucker runs into a crowd and finally shoots and scores. He thought he was fouled. He's in double figures, though, with 10.
His mask almost came off there. I think he took a shot right to the face, readjusted the mask, and went up for the shot.
That's why he's got the mask on, right?
Yeah, that's when you know you're a scorer. The mask comes off, you still find a hoop. What a play.
Krauser has it knocked away, but it's picked up by Keith Benjamin. Shot clock at 12 as that one rims out into the hands of Tucker. Back comes Wisconsin. Badgers' best start ever under their head coach, Bo Ryan. Lost inside, but staying with it and banking it home is Steamsman. So Greg gets his 2nd field goal and cuts the lead to 3. And Pitt's going to take a timeout.
I think a real good timeout right here.
Badgers have chewed into that 9-point lead.
Wisconsin has put Flowers on Krauser, trying to negate that driving ability with their best defender.
Young for 3. Short. Got his own rebound and gets it back. A new clock.
Way to stay active by Young there. Nice job.
This is Ramon. Here's an attempt at a shot. Kendall has a 3-pointer. Ramon off the screen. He's got some room down the middle and then feeds it underneath to Young and he finishes. First basket for the freshman Young.
Well, just a great job of driving inside, making that defense react, and then finding the open man.
There wasn't much room there, Mike, but there was enough.
Just enough.
Points in the paint dominated so far by Pitt, 12-6. No place for Flowers to go. This is Butch, who got down low that time. Just the second field goal for Brian Butch. Still 4:40 to play. And the Badgers in the double bonus. Only 3 fouls committed by Wisconsin. 4.5 to go. Krauser for 3. Good. Well, he hits some tough shots.
He certainly does. You saw right there what happened was Michael Flowers, who's guarding him, went for the steal. He gambled and he lost. Krauser's going to hurt you every time you do that.
6-point advantage for the Panthers. Outside, it's Nixon. Guarded by the other senior on the court right now. Beautiful drive by Taylor. Cameron Taylor with his second field goal. The Panthers now, as Krauser races back. Kimball has the offensive rebound.